The Black Plague.
The Black Plague.
The Black Plague.
Around the 14th century, there was a disease known as the Black Plague. The Black Plague started in southern China, which spread through the Silk Road to Europe. The disease is very contagious and can spread really easily if it's not taken care of. The origin of the plague started with a type of flea called Yersinia pestis, and it went on rats that went on ships, which causes the Black Plague to start.
The Silk Road was a big contribution to the extremely pandemic plague that was going from South China and then swiping across Europe. The Silk Road was a great route for trade, but it can also cause disease and sickness to spread like wildfire through trading. Because trade was very popular back then, it was easy to contract the disease because of how vulnerable everyone was. It was hard to cure the disease because doctors have no idea how to cure it. And even without a cure, they tried multiple ways to cure it, such as...
During the time of the pandemic, urine was a very popular remedy that was used to relieve symptoms of the disease. Uninfected people would urinate into a jar and sell it to the victims. Selling urine was as normal as selling orange juice today. Bloodletting was another way that people came up with to treat the plague. Rich people used leeches that were fairly painless compared to the people who could not afford leeches, getting a blade pushed into a vein and just letting blood pour into a bowl. That procedure was very painful because there were no painkillers during that time. Another treatment they had was called aromatherapy. They would make everyone carry nice smelling things so that they would block out all the bad smells in the winds. People back then thought that the bad smells in the winds was causing the spread of the plague. The Black Death affected Europe so greatly that the remnants of death and sadness and grief still stayed during the Renaissance era in Europe. And it is evident in these type of arts. The Triumph of Death by Peter Bruegel. The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein. In these two paintings, you can see the remnants of the Black Death in the art itself. For example, in Peter Bruegel's Triumph of Death, you can see skeletons walking around and people dead on the ground. And in Hans Holbein's painting of the Ambassadors, you can see a skull at the bottom of the painting. The Black Plague during the 14th century allowed the doctors and the people to explore ways to treat the plague. The ways they treated the plague are bizarre, but some of them did work. The effects of it afterwards were also very, very big and bold. Just looking at these art pieces that were painted way after the Black Death, it just shows the big impact that it made on the whole nation.